Hey guys, welcome back to the third and final video of this series where I'm going to be showing you how to make sociograms from your social network data that you produced. Okay, so what we can do is close this down now, we don't need that anymore. And in order to make our sociogram, we need to go to netdraw. So we literally just go to the top here and click on draw. And this will open up another branch of this package called netdraw. Alright. Then next what we need to do is open our matrix file that we made originally in Excel. Okay, but we want to open it as the UCI net dataset that we made as well. So if you go to, let's go through that again. If you go to File, Open, UCI dataset network, then you can select that UCI net file that we produced, that we made our network with a minute ago. To go back through all of the motions of trying to find out where that is again, so bear with me. Okay, and so open that file and there we have it. There is our matrix. All right, so it's pretty straightforward to look at from this perspective. As we have at the moment, we have our nodes here, the round things, and we have our edges. Okay, you need to be familiar with these kind of terminologies. If you're not already, make sure you look up some social network analysis literature. And then we can see we have each individual, so male 1, male 2, male 3, male 4, and male 5 in our matrix. Okay, and here we can see, because we've got a simple association matrix, that the arrows are linking all the individuals up together where they have associations with each other. Alright, so we can see that male 3 and male 5 have an association, male 3 and male 1, 1 and 5, 1 and 4, 4 and 2, 2 and 5. The only ones that don't are male 3 and male 4. Okay, and you can play around with this matrix now. So if you click on the nodes, left click and drag, you can move these around, okay, to kind of try and make it a little bit neater if you wanted to. Okay, so you can basically have a play around with it. Okay. But essentially what else we want to do is we want this graph to represent the degree of centrality that we calculated a moment ago. Okay, and that's relatively easy to do. So what we want to do first is go up here to analysis, okay, and then we go to centrality measures, and one thing we can do is we can adjust the node sizes according to the degree of centrality of the individual. So we go up onto here, set node sizes by, click on degree and press OK. And we can immediately see a change in our graph. Okay, so we can see that male 1 and male 5 have the highest degree of centrality, followed by male 2 and male 4, followed lastly by male 3. Okay, so male 1 and male 5 here are the most connected, basically. That's what that's telling us. Okay, we can do some other things as well to look at the strength of the relationships between all of these individuals. So again, if we go to properties now, and then go to lines, we can adjust the size of the lines according to tie strength. Okay, you can play around with the widths of the lines if you wanted to make it a little bit neater, but we'll just leave it as it is for now. And now we can see the tie strength between individuals. So we can see that male 1 and male 5 have a real strong bond. Male 5 and male 4 have a strong bond. Male 1 and male 3 have a relatively strong bond, followed by 1 and 2. But we can see that male 2 and male 4 have a really weak bond, which is shown here by the really kind of thin line between them. Okay, the line looked a little bit messy. We can play with that a little bit. So if you went to properties and go back to lines, go back to tie strength, maybe the 5 is a little bit too thick. So let's try 4 and see what that looks like. Looks a little bit better. Maybe we could move these around a little bit. Obviously, the more central they are, it seems that the less messy the lines look as well. So we can play around with these a little bit as well. Okay, but basically, like any graph, you want it to look as neat as you possibly can make it. Okay. Another thing we can do is we can color the lines if we wanted to. We can change the color of the nodes. We can do all sorts of stuff with this. We can also move these out of the way. So this is a little bit annoying that this label is kind of covering the arrows in the node. So maybe if we go to properties and then select nodes and select labels, we might be able to move it just out of the way a little bit. So maybe let's offset it horizontally. Maybe let's just change that to 6. I don't know what that's going to look like. Let's just have a look. Yeah, okay, we can see it changes a little bit. Maybe we can actually change the position of the node. That might make it a little bit better. Yeah, kind of does actually. So you might be able to play around with that as well to make it clearer. And that's it really. All right, so here we have a simple association matrix where we can look at the strength of the ties between individuals, which is denoted by the thickness of the lines between them. And we can look at how central each individual is within the network, which is based on those degree of centrality values which we measured a minute ago by the size of the nodes. All right, and that's it. But I leave it to you to have a little play around with really. So you can go to the properties and play around with different aspects of the nodes, different aspects of the lines. Don't worry about anything in transform. Yeah, we don't really have to do anything else in there except for centrality measures, which we looked at already. Yeah, so that's it really. So good luck, and obviously if you get any problems, then just let me know.